Hey guys, what's up? All right, all right, all right. It's Double Deuce back with another episode of Radio Out of Control. So, today's episode is going to be on what can we do with an HGP 407? Hello, Tamaya. Are you listening out there? This was your ball and baby to begin with, so hey, let's see what we can do with it. Hey guys, welcome back. Today, like I said, we're going to do something with the HGP 407. So I kind of let my inhibitions run wild. Yeah, I know it's a black body, but it wasn't. It was a white body. And I looked at it and I was like, I want something that represented the 80s. So if you look at the truck, there's a lot of 80s influence on it. For instance, the chrome slots, that was a big popular thing. The eyebrow wheel lips and stuff that were huge back in the day for, the aftermarket companies. Everybody was putting them on their Lincolns and Mercedes and trucks and all that stuff. And those have pretty much kind of disappeared, I think. And so I decided to do an all-black theme and chrome, and with a nice bright red interior. And I don't see why TAMIYA couldn't do this, because these are TAMIYA's tires. This is TAMIYA's body. This is TAMIYA's frame. The only thing that's really not TAMIYA on this truck is the axles and the rims. So, I mean, everybody's been crying for a scaler out there. And, how hard could it be for them to, if they didn't get rid of their tooling, and to come up with something other than re-releasing another different color of the Subaru Brat, or one of the other millions of things that they've reintroduced in different colors. I mean, you kind of look at the big picture, and I don't see where they're going with this. This is the truck that started it all. This truck has been cloned twice since they built this thing. And then they even re-released it. So we have the RC four-wheel drive version of the Bruiser. And now we have the HGP 407 clone of the Bruiser. And the original Bruiser, TAMIYA made, and then they reintroduced it and updated the axles and a few other small things like the tranny and this and that, and brought it back out again with a whopping price tag on these things. I mean, this company right here is blowing these things out the door at a very affordable price. And it's affordable to take one like this and then turn around and do what I want with it. Now, in my opinion, MPC Model Company back in the days always had the 3-in-1 kits. You know, when you're asking, you know, $800 for a kit that you've had forever and ever and ever, why couldn't you make it a 3-in-1 kit? You could make it 3 different ways. You know, that would be a popular thing. But for some reason, I guess you're very cultured to your ways, which I respect that. But in today's growing market, I mean, if it wasn't for the HDP 407 clone to come out at the affordable price it is, I think you would have lost a lot of your customers, because I'm 58 years old, and when this thing came out, I was happy as a pig in shit, because I have so many bruisers and they're getting so scarce that I didn't want to hack them up. I didn't want to be creative with them. Now the whole world can be creative, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So this is for you, TAMIYA. Don't waste your mind. Put it out there. Step outside the box a little bit. See what we can do. Hey, worst case scenario, you might sell a few more trucks. And if you come out again with the Blazing Blazer, even though the axles and stuff had problems in it, I guarantee you they're going to sell, because the window is closing on you. Because for one thing, kids today aren't into this stuff. They're into tuner cars, they're into technology, they're into all kinds of stuff. And guys like me would go out and buy that Blazing Blazer if it wasn't, you know, a small fortune. And don't pull the Conley small block thing where when they first introduced it, it was $500, and by the time I saved my $500, it was $800, and then it went to $1,000, and then right now it's about $13,500 for a motor that I wanted to buy way back in the 80s and machine myself, that I just could never afford to do it because it was always out of, you know, the hobby reach. I mean, if you want, you know, this to be a rich man's hobby, that's fine with me. Do whatever you want. But right now, this truck right here, this clone, is putting more smiles out there on everybody's faces, young and old, because they can afford to do something with it. Where the TAMIYA Bruiser, forget it. Once you got that thing, it was very limited. Nobody did things. Now with the explosion of crawlers out there, this is your time to shine. So it is what it is, and I know I might have some haters out there, and people may not agree with me, but this is my personal opinion. And so, okay, I'm done with my rant. Now, like I say, I painted the truck black because it was white. You know, I ordered a black body. The guy, he had a problem there, I guess, so he got me a white one, which is okay. So I painted it. And like I say, now I'm going to put this body on many different styles of truck. I'm going to put it on the original, you know, jacked up version, and you know, I'm going to try to change some colors up on these things. Kind of get back to the stock configuration of what they were about when they first come out. So this is my late 70s, early 80s version right here, you know. And when the yuppies were running amok with their money, and they could afford, you know, add-ons for the cars, because at that point in time, you know, adding stuff to your vehicles and trucks and all that stuff was just exploding. And you know, if you put mags on your car back in the late 60s, early 70s, you were that guy. You know, you didn't fit in society. You needed to grow up. Where nowadays everybody's putting rims on everything. Christ, I got rims on my lawnmower. I mean, they're the golf cart hubcaps, but they're still a set of Kraegers. You know what I mean? So dare to be different. And like I say, like, share, subscribe if you like. Any questions, comments, feel free to hit me up. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Denny, signing off. Adios.